Greetings, Earthlings! In this video, I will be playing a rapid game of chess, or, more specifically, a 15-minute game with a 10-second increment. That means that I will be receiving 10 seconds for each move that I make, and so will my opponent. I have done such a video in the past, but I have decided to private it and remake it. So here it is, and let us just get started. It looks like I managed to find an opponent, and I am playing with the white pieces, and I usually play with the queen's pawn opening. And it seems that my opponent is utilizing the chat, and they send a very meaningful message, to which I think that I will not respond. But this is an interesting opening. This could lead to the queen's gambit declined opening, or maybe something else. There we go. So we enter the queen's gambit declined position. Here I just develop this knight and try to attack the pawn on d5 twice. This is just the classical variation. And I will continue with normal developing moves. My bishop is attacked, but I will just retreat. Interesting. So they seem to strike back at my center with the c-pawn. In such positions, maybe I could take the pawn, force the bishop to take, then I could maybe take this pawn, so that I force either this pawn to take, which would result in the isolation of the pawn, or this knight to take, at which point my bishop will be attacked and I will capture their bishop. Actually, no, never mind, that wouldn't happen because their knight would be pinned to the queen because the bishop would have moved to c5. So actually, at that point, they would have to capture with the pawn. Since if they captured with the queen, they would relinquish the defense of the knight, at which point I would be able to capture the knight with my bishop, damaging the king's structure. But do I really want to go for that? Just to isolate this pawn? If I do not do it, my pawn could get isolated. So, I think that I will do it. I am assuming that they will simply recapture my pawn with the bishop. Just as expected, and now, I was thinking of capturing here, and they will have to capture with the pawn. And maybe, if they do, will I be able to capture it once more? I don't think so. Oh, they attack my bishop first. That is a good move. But it does weaken the king's defenses. Could I play something in between? Maybe, what about sacrificing the knight for 2 pawns and then maintaining the pin on the queen? And then I could come in with my queen at some point. But do I really want to do that? What are my other options? I could, of course, retreat with the bishop here. And then they could actually capture with the knight. However, I could still double or isolate their pawn by capturing the knight. And then if they capture with the queen, I'd capture. They capture and the pawn is isolated. So do I want to play against an isolated pawn? Or do I want to sacrifice and attempt an attack? Let's see. In this position, what could they do? Maybe simply capturing here? But if so, I could recapture. And then if they attempt this, I can capture their knight because the queen will have stopped defending it. I think I like that. Let us see if I can do something with this. And even if it fails, I still will have gained 2 pawns in exchange, which is not a terrible trade. I don't think they can ignore this. They will have to capture my knight with their pawn. I will pre-move this. And now I am even thinking of playing knight to e4, adding another attacker to the knight. Oh, they stopped it. Now I cannot move my knight. I could. This move does not seem that good, because then the queens will get traded. I could go here with the queen in order to attack the knight, since the knight cannot move because it is pinned to the queen. If I do that, I will also be attacking this bishop. In that case, perhaps the bishop could return in order to defend the knight another time. But maybe then I can take and bring the queen with a check. But then they could defend the position. Also, if I play here, this could happen, at which point I might consider taking with the pawn in order to prevent any checks like this. And if that happens, what will their next move be? They will have to defend this knight somehow. Perhaps with a move like this, even reinforcing it. That might be a problem. What about... Oh, I just witnessed something. What about simply capturing it? And then if this happens, I could go check and pick up the bishop. But if I play that, they could capture my knight with check. Then I would have to recapture. And then they could capture here. And if I enter with a check then, it could simply be blocked. I could of course attack with the queen like this as well, but it's the same deal as this move. So what do I do? I don't think pushing the pawn is that good. I'm either considering taking or going here. I demand you to speak to me. Well, I am thinking. I think I will play queen d4. It seems like a good move. And I assume this is coming. Actually, maybe I should even take with the queen if this happens. But then it will not be defending this pawn. Maybe this wasn't the right move. Maybe I should have gone there, so that I can enter here like this. That actually seems like a way better plan. But maybe my opponent will not see bishop takes c3 check. Only time can tell. They did see it. If I capture here, do I do that? If I go here, this... No, if I go here, they have to defend the knight still. Like this. Oops. Like this. Do I want that? I think I do. Oh, but this can be confronted like that. And I don't know if I like that. So actually, oh, there's a fly. Oh my god. Actually, I will take like this. And I am assuming that knight b d7 will come. Oh, they defend with the king. That is interesting. Perhaps now I can play queen h4 and try to attack. But if I do that, the rook can come over here. So that was a good move. What other options can I consider? Maybe exchanging the material here? Doesn't seem good. Exchanging just this and coming in with a check? That doesn't seem good. Maybe I'm preparing the bishop here first so that the queen can't block. That seems okay. Let's say here. And what now? Let's say they go here. Then I can take here, play this, and now they could go here. I could maybe go there and then pick up the rook, but maybe they could go there. What else can I do? I could push the pawn, but I think developing this seems like a good move. Of course, I want more attacking pieces. And maybe I should not castle. Maybe I should play h4 and then hope to advance this pawn and have the rook remain here to support it. I am being mentioned on Discord. Am I recording this? I actually don't know if I started the recording. I might just be talking to myself. Realistically though, what would my opponent do? Okay, they capture here, which does open up that, so maybe I did not consider it. Of course, I could just exchange and capture the pawn and be even on material. What else? This? Then it just runs into that. I don't know. I could go for h4, but I don't know if it'll work. What's my opponent's plan? Going here, probably. So I have to think about that. If I play h4 and they go there, then where will I move my queen? I think probably. Oh, but if I do that and then go here, they can go here, and that will be a fork of my king and the rook. Of course, I could go here and defend it, but I don't want to allow the queen coming in there. It seems that this is the main issue. So how do I prevent it? I could go here. That would prevent it, certainly. Then, if my opponent goes here, I could go there, but then I can be met with this move. This is intriguing. What about going like this, and then trying to checkmate? Here, there, and of course that's checkmate, but then here. I think this is my biggest chance, so I should start an attack. I assume this move is coming, but I could maybe move my queen here. Actually, in that previous variation where this, actually I don't know if this worked because I had the taking the queen. As expected, now I just need to consider the variations. So where could I go? I could play here, win takes, take here, check, here, check, and I don't like that. What about takes here, go here? Then this takes here. What about playing this move? What if they go back? Then I would win the rook. Wait, here they have to take. But then do I have an attack? Maybe. Perhaps I could play queen f4 check. But then if they return... Actually, I could play that now. And I don't see any downsides to it. I'm still maintaining 2 attackers on it, on the knight. The pin is still being maintained. The queen is out of danger. It cannot be attacked except for this. But then I could give a check like that, or take the queen. Let's say this. If I give a check, and they cannot move there. They will need to go back. Then I could, maybe that would be winning actually. So my threat is, my threat is to go here. It could be prevented by this move maybe. But now I also have this move. So if I ever need it. Maybe my attack is working. That is amazing. So I'm seeing this move to prevent it. What else? There actually are not that many moves. They cannot exchange the queen because there is no one protecting these squares. They cannot move the knight. This knight doesn't have any useful places to go. And this bishop also doesn't. So maybe this is the only move. If that happens though, what will I do? Will I trade and then go here? That would certainly force the king somewhere over here. But then I don't know if I can continue the attack. So maybe here. Yeah, okay. Maybe if I go here, check. Oh, the king could escape there actually. Maybe that means I can go there. I don't know about this move. Okay, well, I'm threatening that. I could advance the pawn. Wait, here, that doesn't work. If I advance, capture it, surely that doesn't work. Because here, and then takes the rook. If I advance, what am I even threatening though? Say I get another move afterwards. And play here. The king could just go here, but then I could take. So maybe that's a good move, because if I go here and they just escape, then there is no reason to it. I think this is a good move. If they take like that, I think I win a queen, they win a queen. Oh, but what about that? Maybe I did not think that through. Here. I win a queen. They win a queen. I win a rook. But then they win a bishop with check. And if I go here, then they could maybe take, I don't know. I just want to see what happens. I mean, I bet this was what they will play. And I don't know what to do. Oh, I don't know. What about a sacrifice? I don't know if that does anything. And then going here, but the king can just escape. Oh, but don't forget about this. So if here and I take... Oh, actually, if here and I take... They cannot take that because I will take the queen then. So I might be winning. I have to be careful about my time though. And I also must drink water. They do play it. And now I think if I capture, this does not work because of that. If I capture, they have to move the queen somewhere, and then I can continue with my attack. Let us see how they respond. So this is under tension, and this is under attack. This bishop is ready to help out the queen potentially into an attack on the king. I could always long castle and bring the other rook here. Or maybe here would be safer. I don't know. No, that wouldn't be because of this. Could be something in the future. But what is the move here? It has to be to move the queen, right? Either this, although I doubt they would want to pin themselves once more after the entire thing over here. So maybe moving the queen somewhere. You can't move it anywhere to trade. It has to be somewhere like here. And I can always just come here with the attack. I will just wait and see. Oh, it seems they just want to attack me first. Let's see if I can checkmate somehow. So, here, only 2 moves. If they go back here, do I have a checkmate? Yes, I do. That's checkmate. And their only other move is to go there. And then I think that is also checkmate. So let's play it. Will they resign? No, but now I can win. And that was the game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it brought pleasure to you. And I will type good game, because I'm a very nice human. So, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe, as always.